What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, our beloved Knicks just wrapped up their third preseason game. Some characteristics of the team are beginning to unfold. We're going to break this down by the team as a collective, and then we're going to break it down position by position as players are still battling to get starting minutes, and also some players are battling to make the team. Now, characteristics of the team. Right now, the Knicks were not a good three-point shooting team. Against the Pelicans tonight, we basically shot 23% from three. Against the Nets, we shot 20%. Against the Wizards, we shot 21%. So we're struggling from the three-point range, but the only good thing is that we are scoring a lot of points off of turnovers, and then we're keeping our turnovers down versus the other teams. So that's why we actually picked up the victories in all three of these games. Now, breaking down position by position, Coach Fizdale actually went with a brand new point guard, which is Moutier. He inserted him into the starting lineup in this game against the Pelicans. Now, he's basically trying to give Moutier some confidence because Moutier right now is pretty much the Knicks' most complete point guard, even though he's not playing good. He seems right now he's going through some sort of confidence issues. He's getting a lot of turnovers. His footing looks weird every time he enters the lane. You know, he's stumbling, he's turning the ball over, he's getting blocked. Like, he's not finishing at the rim at all. His rim finishing right now, it's low. Most games when he's like 1 for 5 or he's like 2 for like 6, most of those are like layup attempts. Like, that's not good. And then his turnovers are not good either. The fact that he plays inconsistent defense, it doesn't really make up for that either. So Trey Burke actually checked in after Moutier in tonight's game. Trey Burke, if he's not scoring right away, he kind of disappears. He's not going to run the offense. He's not going to get you a bunch of assists. So, you know, pretty much Burke is, in this game, he was pretty much a dud. And Frank actually checked in after, he ran with the second unit along with Trey Burke. Frank was 1 for 5 shooting, so pretty much, you know, if he's not really even attempting to score a lot, and he's not really running the offense. That's another thing for, you know, just check to see when Frank comes in the game. You'll see as soon as he, you know, gets the ball, it's like 1 or 2 dribbles and he gives it off. He doesn't break down the defense. He doesn't really do any of that. But, you know, Fizdale, he mentioned in the pregame that, you know, he wanted to go sort of like he's going to insert Frank into the starting lineup along with different players. He's going to mix and match to see what works. But overall, he wants anyone, you know, who grabs a rebound to just push the tempo and, you know, create good ball movement and score, you know, and, you know, increase the pace. Basically just score, and, you know, play good defense. So going to the shooting guard, it seems like Tim Hardaway had a breakout game, but we sort of got to kind of evaluate, you know, his shooting percentage and see, you know, just kind of read in between the lines, because Tim Hardaway shot 31% tonight. You know, I know his stat line looks great. You know, Tim Hardaway is back. You know, he did eat up a lot of usage when he was playing. You know, with Porzingis out, there's a lot of shot attempts that are freed up. And I'm pretty sure Tim Hardaway is going to, you know, eat up a lot of that. But it's like, how efficient is he really going to be? Especially if he's giving a lot of points up in the defensive end and he's taking a lot of shots. You know, he took a lot of shots tonight. Like I said, he shot 31%. But, you know, it did look good to the eyes. But, you know, looking in between the lines, you know, he's part of the reason why tonight the Knicks, you know, as far as three-point range, you know, they shot a really low percentage. And then also continue on with the shooting guard, Alonzo Trier checked in, you know, from the bench. He had a subpar game, nothing special. But one thing to take away from, he's very good at finishing at the rim. You know, he's very good at breaking down the defense. I wouldn't be surprised if Fizdale actually inserts him to do some point guard. You know, he kind of did it tonight to play some, with Frank on the court. He inserted Alonzo Trier to actually play some point. If you look back into tonight's game, you'll see there was like small pockets where Trier was actually playing point. And that's with Frank on the floor. So that tells you a lot. So moving on to small forward, Kevin Knox once again finished with a double-double, but he actually shot kind of the same percentage as Tim Hardaway Jr. tonight. He was 6 of 19, just like Tim Hardaway Jr., 31%. And, you know, Knox is not really a shooter. But like I said, with Porzingis not being on the court, we need scorers. So Kevin Knox, you know, he definitely ate up a good amount of usage tonight. You know, Knox is still, you know, very good at finishing at the rim. He had 2 steals tonight. You know, good rebounder. Knox is gonna go through a period where, you know, he's basically it's gonna be trials and tribulations for him. He's still a rookie, a young guy. He's still learning. Frank should actually, comparing him to Frank should actually be showing signs of growth spurts here and there. Like, you know, he should show like a bit more confidence. I don't know, right now it's hard to tell with Frank, but we'll see what happens. You know, he's still a young guy just like Knox. But also moving on to this, continuing on with the small forward position, Mario Hezonja actually had a good game this game, and he showed you flashes of why he was a lottery pick. He had a nice little ball fake layup. He had the garden rocking. He has a very smooth stroke from 3-point range. He was doing his thing. Hopefully he can keep the turnovers down, because the first 2 games he was kind of turnover happy in the first 2 preseason games. Okay, so moving on to power forward position, Lance Thomas got the start. And Lance Thomas, man, this guy is very efficient. He was 6 of 10 from the field. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. And Lance Thomas, you know, when he's on the floor, they keep mentioning that the Knicks are very efficient. Their efficiency rate goes up a lot with him on the floor. So Lance Thomas, because, you know, we're actually short at the power forward position with no Porzingis, he may get the starting job. He should get it. And then, you know, he should get a good amount of minutes. And then also Noah Vonleh, he actually checked in from the bench, and he actually got a double-double in 13 minutes. This guy is very strong in the inside. He's a beast rebounder, and he got some handles. Vonleh is going to be a good filler for us off the bench, you know, until Porzingis gets back, because right now we're going to need depth at rebounding, and we give up a lot of inside points, so we're going to need some good, strong guys down low. So moving on to center, Mitchell Robinson actually, he sprained his ankle the last game. He didn't play tonight, so of course, you know, Cantor got a lot of minutes. Cantor continued doing his thing. He got 20 points, 15 rebounds. He was 6 of 13 from the field. Good shooting percentage. You know, Cantor, man, he put in work in the offseason, and he's definitely in a contract year, so he's going to be looking, you know, to re-up. So, you know what they always say about players in contract years. It's good. They're always good to have, because, you know, they're working to get that check. So also, you know, the Knicks had their bench players at the end of, you know, in the 4th quarter. You know, Baker, Cornette. You know, these guys, you know, Cornette is pretty scrappy, but, you know, these guys are just fillers for right now. But overall, the Knicks, you know, like I said, our 3-point percentage is real low right now, and, you know, hopefully the defense continues to stay up, and we got to keep our turnovers down. And, you know, also going back to Alonzo Trier, you know, hopefully the Knicks could pick up his contract, but we do have to drop someone that we're, you know, contractually obligated to. I mean, I would say we should drop Moutier, but right now, because we're so thin at point guard, it looks like it's not going to happen. But, you know, it is what it is. Check out my playlist below. There's a bunch of New York City artists from the city, music that's popping off out here. And check it out. It's pretty dope. And you guys stay safe. Peace.